So Maine, where do I even start? Maine is so much more than just lobster and blueberries and fried scallops and ice hockey and Stephen King, Cooper Flag, and even Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Maine is where I grew up, and it's where I say I'm from when somebody asks. It's got an amazing local dairy scene here, which I hope to do an ounce of justice as we count down the top 10 chocolate milks from the Pine Tree State. Okay, we're here at Fortune's Rocks Beach in Biddeford, a place I used to hang out as a youth. It's kind of a windstorm coming. We got a nor'easter on its way, about 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it's about 30 degrees. It's brutal. Hey, we're doing the best chocolate milk, the top 10 chocolate milks in Maine. Not everything made the cut. That's just the nature of it. And I do have one sentimental, kind of honorable mention, which we'll cut to now. Hey, Oakhurst chocolate milk. We could have filmed this downtown on Forest Ave at the big Oakhurst headquarters, but for me, this was the first chocolate milk I remember having. We used to buy it here at Ray's Market, just on West Street, and it's got sentimental value to me. Yeah, it's definitely chocolatey. It's not bad at all. I don't know if this is the exact same chocolate milk recipe that I had growing up. The name to me sort of conjures up warm memories. We even had the little acorns. We had acorns in our yard I used to pick up and throw and hit with a wiffle ball bat and pretend I was Wade Boggs. But I wasn't Wade Boggs, and this isn't Wade Boggs. I mean, this is more like Bob Zupsick, I guess. Like good enough to make the bigs, but not an all-star. And the rest of the chocolate milks in this video, the top 10, are on the all-star roster. Okay, so number 10.
Number 10.
LP Bisson and Sons, the pasteurized version. Hey, we're at LP Bisson and Sons Meat Shop in Topsom, Maine, just a little bit north of Portland. They got all kinds of milk in there, including now pasteurized and unpasteurized chocolate milk. Both of these are gorgeous. They separated, and you can see the chocolate on the bottom and the cream at the top. I guess I'll try the pasteurized one first. Oh, that's lovely. I feel like it's got like a stronger vanilla component to the chocolate, which is not a bad thing. It's a unique flavor. Yeah, it disperses really well. It's nice and silky smooth. So yeah, this is good stuff for sure. I'm curious to see how it compares to the raw version. Yeah, definitely enjoyed this version better than the raw. They had very different flavor profiles. The raw was definitely on like the candy end of the spectrum, way too sweet. This time has a nice pleasant vanilla flavor and kind of still that lovely sort of cream-lined body. So this is good stuff. Okay, number 9.
Number 9.
Sebago House Dairy. Hey, we're at the Sebago House Dairy in Sebago, Maine. Oh, a lovely place. Just spent some time talking with Zoe here. Zoe and Chris are the farmers. Oh man, they got a great operation going here. They can't keep milk on the shelves, which is a good sign. They made me some chocolate, I think specially, which is super nice and super considerate. So very much appreciate that. It is still warm. It came out of the cow this morning, so it's still warm. I won't be able to try it here. I do want to cool it down a little bit, let that raw cream separate. And they got a good thing going on here. Looking forward to trying this stuff. Okay, we are at a nondescript body of water, which may or may not be Sebago Lake. It is Sebago Lake. We're in Sebago. The milk that we got from the Sebago House Dairy has now sufficiently cooled, so not drinking warm milk. Nothing against drinking warm milk, but knowing that it's warm because it just came out of the cow, it's kind of like sitting on a warm toilet seat. Objectively should feel good, but it doesn't feel good because it was warm from the previous guy's ass. Anyway, on that note, how is this stuff? Gorgeous consistency, and there's like it starts out like with a sweetness and then a cocoa flavor, and then there's like an additional punch of something, of flavor. It's unique. It's not earthy, but like a a malt, there's like a sharpness to it that's not malty either. It's just maybe like an additional dimension to the cocoa flavor, which is neat. Very much appreciate this. Again, appreciate Zoe and Chris doing their thing over there, milking, that's a micro dairy, milking 4 cows. A good local drinking experience here, the Sebago House Dairy. So we'll leave it at that for now. Good stuff. Again, lovely raw milk from a micro dairy. It leads with sweet, and it's got that kind of sweet cocoa flavor, and there's that extra little pop. It's not fruity. I still have a hard time placing it, but it is unique and is delicious.
Number
Smiling Hill Farm. They were at Smiling Hill Farm in Westbrook, Maine. In case you couldn't tell by the smell, just kidding, Westbrook. It's super windy here. You can see the wind thing going. They're doing a brisk ice cream business in there, even on a chilly day like today. It is sunny. Reviewed this a number of years ago, and I found it to be very sweet. I'm looking forward to trying it again. Yeah, I mean, it's nicely chocolatey. For my taste, it is definitely on the super sweet side. I know people like sweet, chocolatey ice cream and stuff like that, and this is a good approximation of that. I'm sure their ice cream is lovely as well, but ice cream sweeter than chocolate milk should be, in my opinion. This is pasteurized and homogenized, so it's also a departure from a lot of the, the raw, unpasteurized, non-homogenized milk that we've had throughout Maine. So from a texture standpoint, it's what you expect from a typical chocolate milk, I guess. It's not exceptional for my taste. Oh.
Of course. Anyway. Try again, take 2.
Take 2. Okay, we're good. I mean, the chocolate flavor is good. I think it would be better for it if it was less sweet, and to let the saltiness come through a little bit better. I think it would do the flavor more justice. Like, I'm not gonna complain, right? It is good whole chocolate milk. So hey, if you're in the Westbrook area and the Portland area, check out Smiling Hill Farm, but come to the farm. You can buy it in stores, but it's better off coming here and having a little bit more of an experience here. You can pick up some ice cream as well. Yeah, I mean, that is a punchy, super sweet, super chocolatey, very flavorful chocolate milk. It's kind of like a Michael Bay movie. A lot of explosions and fairly thin plot line, but it is entertaining. As a recreational chocolate milk, this certainly gets the job done. Okay, next up.
Number 7.
Tessier Farm. Hey, we are here at Tessier Farm in Skowhegan, Maine. An absolutely lovely place. Carrie was super generous with her time, taking us all around. There's so much going on here. It's all self-taught with her and her husband, Jason. Over the years, they've been a huge influence in other farms across Maine, and you can see why, just with the ingenuity that they've employed. Huge shout out for that. They do a raw chocolate milk here. They do a few other flavors as well. There's a coffee and a strawberry. So I'm getting spoiled here in Maine by all the raw, again, raw being unpasteurized, unhomogenized milk, just the thin but creamy texture that I just love so much. Perfect mouthfeel, absolutely lovely, not overly sweet. I'd say it's a little bit on the more mature end, but still malty, so it's rewarding. It's got that kind of desserty feel, but again, a little bit understated on the cocoa flavor. It doesn't beat you over the head. Can't say enough about the folks here at Tessier Farm in Skowhegan. It's super inspiring to hear their story and to see what they've produced here, and it's gonna continue to grow. Definitely check out Tessier Farm chocolate milk if you get a chance. It's lovely, raw stuff from the state of Maine. Absolutely brilliant texture and lovely cream flavor, especially on the back end. This has been open for a couple of days, and I think for me that grassy flavor is kind of crescendoed, and it's really enjoyable for me. Next up.
Number 6.
Creamy Acres Creamery. We're at Creamy Acres Creamery in Troy, Maine. Oh man, what a lovely place it is out here. Super peaceful, nice drive up Bagley Hill Road. And they got a super neat little farm store in there, self-service store, all kinds of cool stuff in there. They do raw milk and raw chocolate milk, as I've come to expect in Maine, which is awesome. So how is it? Oh wow, okay, it's I don't want to say austere. Austere doesn't sound flattering. It's definitely undersweet, which is great. The cocoa flavor is more of a kind of a malty one, and it's a little bit muted. The primary flavor here is like a cream flavor that's delicious, and In the aftertaste, you get the grassy notes of the cream flavor, which is awesome. Yeah, texture-wise, it's just fantastic. There's no stabilizers in here. It's just 4 ingredients, just raw milk, cocoa powder, sugar, and salt, which is extremely clean label. Yeah, so this was one I just saw, I noticed this morning online. It didn't come in my initial research for seeking this place out, so I wasn't able to reach out to the young family that owns it here ahead of time, which is a bummer. That's on me. I saw it on the shelf looking at another product. I was like, what is that stuff? You know, Creamy Acres Creamery, where is that? Happened to be somewhat near Bangor, so we made it out this morning. They got a really nice website. They sell cheese. It's a relatively new addition, as far as I'm aware, to the dairy scene here in Maine, but certainly one that I think is here to stay. They got a lovely attention to detail and really great raw chocolate milk. Absolutely lovely, gorgeous, creamy texture. I sound like a broken record. But this stuff especially has got like a buttery quality to the cream flavor. Could probably shoulder a little bit more cocoa flavor, but as it is, it's absolutely delicious. I think I said in the review that this is not a chocolate milk that you want to date. This is chocolate milk that you would marry. Maybe something you would date would be more like on the Smiling Hill sort of wavelength, but yeah, this is awesome stuff. Just getting to Moody's Diner. First solid food of the trip, pretty much. Probably gonna try to lock down at least a lobster roll and some blueberry pie. We'll see where we go from there. Oof. Well, good stuff. They didn't have blueberry pie, but went with the 4-berry pie. It was good. Lobster roll was off the chain. I don't normally get, you know, political on the channel here, but in having the lobster roll, obviously it's a New England style bun. I don't see why the New England style bun has not become like the global standard. You know what I mean? It stands up on its own. You can butter and grill both sides of it. It doesn't have that weird kind of clamshell hinge that sometimes breaks. So it's kind of like, whoever invented the wheel, like the first wheel was hexagonal or something like that, and it worked okay, but when someone came along with the round wheel, kind of put the hexagonal wheel out of business. I think the New England style bun is the round wheel, and I'm just surprised that, kind of hasn't swept the nation, just because it seems to be kind of a superior build anyway.
Number 5.
Harris Dairy Farm. Hey, man, Harris Dairy Farm in Dayton, Maine. Not super far from Biddeford, where I grew up. We're bottling chocolate milk in glass. You got these lovely little pint glass bottles. So I was okay, yeah, nice cocoa flavor, well balanced, not too sweet. The salty sweet balance is in alignment. This is pasteurized and homogenized. Cream flavor is still nice. It doesn't have that extra step of maybe like a cream wine chocolate milk, but it is delicious. This, for me, I think this is what maybe Smiling Hill could be if it lowered the sweetness a little bit. That chocolate flavor would still come through. This is also one of the thicker ones I've had on this trip. It is pretty beefy. I know that's a feature for some people. I'm ambivalent to the beefiness as long as it's congruent with the cream component. It feels natural in the mouth. It's good. It imparts that strong kind of medium cocoa flavor. Yeah, a little bit of saltiness on the back end that kind of wraps everything up. This is good stuff. Harris Dairy Farm in Dayton. Had this stuff a number of years ago. Enjoyed it then. Still am enjoying it today, even though I've probably reviewed 1,000 more chocolate milk since that time. So yeah, still has stood the test of time. It's good stuff here. This is kind of a very similar flavor profile to Smiling Hill, where it's got that real punch of flavor. Everything, sweet, salt, cocoa, but it's got a better salty, sweet balance. It just feels more balanced and more well-rounded. This is delicious stuff. Next up,
Number 4.
Stillbrook Acres. Hey, we are at Stillbrook Acres in Gray, Maine. A fantastic place. Just met with Heather here, who I grew up here, and she's very generous with her time, showing us all the ladies in the barn. We're milking 6 right now, and this is a super novel place because it's raw milk, it's A2A2, and it's all Guernsey cows. I mean, just having golden Guernsey milk in general. I can only think of a handful of places around the country that offer that, let alone a raw version. A2 milk is often associated with Guernsey cows. I mean, they're probably the breed that is most prolific at producing that, or easiest to breed for full A2. Anyway, how does the chocolate milk taste? Wow, just a fantastic texture. Disperses perfectly. The cocoa flavor is more on the malty end of the spectrum. It's not like a dark, sour, mature cocoa flavor or anything like that. It's not overly sweet. Definitely a focus on cocoa and cream is what you're getting here. It's delicious, it's velvety, it goes down super smooth, and I'm loving it. If you're into A2 milk, if you're into Guernsey milk, if you're into raw milk, if you're into non-homogenized milk, if you're into chocolate milk at all, check out Stillbrook Acres in Gray, Maine. Don't come to the farm here. There's not a farm store at this location. I just happen to coordinate something with Heather. They sell their products at some of the natural food stores in the Portland area. So yeah, there you go, one more happy customer. Just such a well-balanced treat. Amazing texture, amazing cream flavor. It's all Guernsey, it's raw, it's delicious. This is one that I've just been enjoying all week. This is the first one we got, and I've been having lots of it over the course of the last few days. It's absolutely lovely. Top three. Number three. Quimby Acres Farm. Look how beautiful that is, first of all. Shake it up. Hey, we're at Quimby Acres in East Hodgdon, Maine, Aroostook County. Quite a ways up north, right near Holton and right near the Canadian border. Just meeting with Heather and Lawrence, farmers here, 6th generation farmers, and soon to be farmers, Brooke and Austin as well. It's a family operation here, been bottling milk. Not for that long, and it's a micro dairy. I think they're milking about 5 or 6 cows. You can see them sparsely out there in the distance. What a lovely plot of land this is. Got raw milk here. 4 simple ingredients: raw milk, cocoa, vanilla, and sugar. Why do you need more than that? I don't know. Here it is. Just poured some out. It looks lovely. It's a nice dark-ish medium brown color. Here we go. Okay. Lovely. Well, obviously the raw non-homogenized body carries the flavor all the way through. Starts with kind of a sweet cocoa flavor, and then it melds down to kind of like a medium-ish cocoa flavor. But again, it's raw milk. It doesn't have stabilizers in it, so it's got that thin but very creamy, maybe 5% or so fat. A lot more than that stuff you get at the supermarket that says whole milk. So this is the real deal, Holyfield. This is really good stuff. Pleasure to visit the folks up here at Quimby Acres. They do have a farm store under construction here at the farm. Hopefully that's going to be done by the end of the summer. Hopefully I'm done this video by the end of the summer. So if that's the case, check them out on Facebook, Instagram. Stay up to date with what's going on at Quimby Acres here in East Hodgdon, Maine. Delicious punch of flavor. Obviously riding across a gorgeous, non-homogenized, non-pasteurized, creamy body. I think I finally figured out the flavor during the review. It's not like a melted chocolate ice cream flavor. It's more like a chocolate cake flavor to me. Reminds me of like the Portillo's cake shake or whatever. Absolutely love Quimby Acres Farm. Love visiting there. This is great stuff. All right. Number two. Highview Farm. Okay, hey, we're at Highview Farm in Harrison, Maine. A lovely place, in case you couldn't tell already. They do have a high view, kind of surrounded by the mountains. The White Mountains are over there. You can't quite see them through the trees, but it is a lovely spot up here. They produce raw golden Guernsey milk out here, which is fantastic, and it's super rare actually. I think they're milking 4 cows at the moment. Just met with Darcy and Bill and Hannah. They are taking care of business here. They run a tight ship. They got a great little dairy store in there with more products than just milk. There are 3 sheepdogs that are coming towards us, guiding everybody to the dairy store. I forgot their names, but that one's Bentley. Yeah, they're super cute. So how is it? Oh man, what a luxuriously creamy and indulgent base that is. That the golden Guernsey milk in raw form. Again, it's non-pasteurized, non-homogenized. It's fantastic. It can shoulder a lot of flavor. And what she's got here, I was talking with Darcy, she does have her own kind of proprietary chocolate sauce that they make. They do add pink Himalayan salt to it. They make their own vanilla here too, which there's definitely a vanilla component, especially on the back end of the chocolate flavor. It's lovely. Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's unique, and it's kind of a slow burn. It's one of those ones that, yeah, the flavor doesn't really fade too badly in the aftertaste. It carries through. That golden Guernsey cream is doing its job to extend the flavor. Again, I love the thin viscosity to creaminess of it and the unique cocoa flavor with a little bit of a vanilla bent on the back end. This is great stuff. Highview Farm in Harrison, Maine. An absolutely lovely place to visit. They do sleigh rides in the winter if it snows. I don't think it snowed last year, but a fun place to visit and absolutely fantastic people behind the scenes. The raw golden Guernsey milk is just phenomenal, just like with Stillbrook Acres. This has a very unique, almost vanilla-esque cocoa flavor, which is really good and it's really unique. And after whatever, 1,850 something chocolate milks, if it's memorable, that's usually a good thing. And this stuff is awesome. All right. And the #1 chocolate milk from the state of Maine, drum roll please. Tide Mill Organic Farm.
#1.
We're at Tide Mill Organic Farm in Edmonds, Maine. Oh, I mean, words don't describe how beautiful it is. The cows up in the pasture there and the tide behind us. This is a now 10th generation dairy farm. Just had a recent addition to the family, which is awesome. I've been in contact with Carly here and Jane and Bob and Aaron. Everyone here is so lovely. This farm has been in operation since 1765. So it got the bicentennial farm certification, which maybe only about 7 or so in the state of Maine. All that said, they've got raw organic chocolate milk. Super looking forward to trying this. I'm pretty sure my nose is dripping right now, so I'm just gonna wipe that real quick. My God, it is cold and nasty and windy out here. But hey, this chocolate milk warms the heart. Let's see. Oh, that is delicious stuff. It's got a really gorgeous, bright brown color. It's thin, there's no stabilizers in here. It's not bogged down with any kind of starch whatsoever. It disperses quickly and magically on the palate. Cocoa flavors, I'd say on the more mature side. It reminds me of Burway Farm in New Hampshire, which we just had, which is high praise. That stuff's super delicious, as is this. The cream-lined body here, again, it's non-homogenized and non-pasteurized. Does a great job of shouldering all that flavor and delivering it where it needs to go. Nice salty kick there at the end. I would say it's saltier than sweet, which is a ratio that I definitely prefer. The thinness, but ultra creaminess is right up my street. I'm gonna say right now, this is the best raw chocolate milk that I've had to date. This is absolutely exceptional. Tide Mill Organic Farm here in Edmonds. Can't say enough about the setting, can't say enough about the people, can't say enough about the chocolate milk itself. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. If you're anywhere up in the down east area, pop up to here, get some of the chocolate milk, you won't be disappointed for sure. What can I say? All of its individual characteristics, the cocoa flavor, the cream flavor, the sweet salty balance, the texture, all those things are phenomenal, yet somehow the whole is even more than the sum of its parts, if that makes any sense. This is the best raw chocolate milk that I've had and one of the best chocolate milks that I've had in recent memory, and I have a pretty damn good memory. So thanks again to the folks at Tide Mill. Keep up the great work. I know you will. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal. I'm calling it the best chocolate milk from the state of Maine for my taste. Your taste might vary. Well, there you have it. I don't know if I'd call it a triumphant return to Maine. I haven't been back to Maine much since I left about 25 years ago. You know, I lost the accent, but have kept the memories, the most recent of which was going around all across the state and reviewing chocolate milk and meeting some of the best people working in the dairy industry today. There's such a great raw chocolate milk scene in Maine, which I didn't really even know about. So that's really good to see. Also a lot of micro dairies and younger families getting involved in the dairy scene. It says vacation land on the license plate. This is my vacation, and it's you know, about 30 degrees, and I'm standing here at the beach like an idiot, and my hands are freezing. But you know, realistically, I'd have it no other way. This was super fun. Thanks again to everyone that made this possible. And hey, I'm looking forward to coming back sometime soon. concludes the trip to Maine. It was awesome catching up with some old friends last night, and just seeing that the town I grew up in is in a better place than when I left, maybe partially due to that fact. But yeah, I always thought we were propagandized as kids when they say, oh, Biddeford kids got heart. But it's a scrappy town, and I think its worst days are behind it for sure, especially with the mill closures back in the day and everything like that. So that's good to see. I'm still convinced Saco's posh, but not to like a Kennebunk extent. And then there's Old Orchard Beach, which is kind of like a hot cousin that you're meeting for the first time. You know, it's like, I know I shouldn't like this, but I kind of do. That's probably inappropriate. Well, it's been a long time since I've had a red hot dog. I like red hot dogs. Kind of, I don't want to say I grew up on them, but just that nice snap you get. But we're in Pembroke, Maine, which is not far from Edmonds. Definitely still in New England, and they didn't have New England style buns in there. But what's up with that? Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it's a pretty skinny dog. It's not really going to test the hinge of it or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of a letdown. One step closer to getting ass cancer from eating this thing, but for the time being, it's worth it.